Mind your manners, Shinya, and don't even think of eating that cake, Takuya. Now, honey, I know that you're busy, but how would you feel if the kids didn't acknowledge your birthday?
My whole life is boring.
Oh, well, okay, well, that wasn't their fault. The calendar wasn't on the right month.
Bored,
yeah, but
boring.
that time the kids were awake. Huh? Oh, come on. The kids
Incoming
were
message.
Then.
No name. Weird. Well, it's bound to be better than being bored.
Takuya Kanbara. Huh? It's time to decide your future, Takuya.
Hey! Wait a minute. Who is this? What do you mean, my future?
Your destiny is calling. Take the 5:45 outbound train.
This is way better than being bored. My destiny? That's downright cool. Huh? Oh, I'll never make it. But that's never stopped me before.
Getting an ugly tie is not the Cuban Missile Crisis. And Takuya, be careful out there, and no playing in the street, it's dangerous.
And the million faces formed together, made for elevation. And my soldier won't surrender faith. This I can fire that never bursts to embers. The voice of the unheard. Love is the answer.
I gotta speak it, believe it, that's how I feel inside.
I can't sit here quiet.
You can take my heart, you can take my breath when you pry it from my cold dead chest.
Sleeping and the shadows could be making history. Through the fire, on the water, used to be a slave, but now you are a conqueror.
They can take my heart, they can take my breath when they're crying from my cold dead chest.
This is how we rise, oh, heavy as a hurricane, louder than a freight train. This is how we rise, oh, heart is beating faster, feels like thunder, magic static. A fanatic, it's our world, they can never have it. This is how we rise, oh, it's our resistance, you can't resist us. Up, 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 we're rising up, 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 up. Rising up, 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 we're rising up, 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 up. Rising up, 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 we're rising up, 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 up. You can't resist us! This is how we rise, oh, heavy as a hurricane, louder than a freight train. This is how we rise, oh, heart is beating faster, feels like thunder, magic static. Call me a fanatic, it's our world, they can never have it. This is how we rise, oh, it's our resistance, you can't resist us. And the million faces formed together, made for elevation. And the soldier won't surrender faith. This I can fire that never bursts to embers. The voice of the unheard. Love is the answer.
I gotta speak it, believe it, that's how I feel inside.
I can't sit here quiet.
You can take my heart, you can take my breath when you pry it from my cold dead chest.
This is how we rise, oh, heavy as a hurricane, louder than a freight. You can't